Humans and dogs share a unique and special bond. For centuries, dogs have earned the well-deserved title of man's best friend. This special relationship thrives on mutual understanding, trust, and communication. While we may not speak the same language, our furry companions have remarkable ways of expressing their emotions, including remorse. Dogs, through subtle cues and behaviors, can communicate their feelings of regret and seek forgiveness. Understanding these signals strengthens our bond and deepens our appreciation for these intelligent creatures. Recognizing how dogs apologize requires close observation and an understanding of canine body language. By learning to interpret their signals, we can better navigate our relationship with our canine companions. Just like humans, dogs experience a wide range of emotions. While complex feelings like guilt are still debated among scientists, evidence suggests dogs possess the capacity for remorse and empathy. The question of whether dogs experience guilt or shame has been a topic of debate for many years. It's a fascinating subject that delves into the emotional lives of our canine companions. Some researchers argue that these emotions are too complex for canine cognition. They believe that dogs do not have the mental capacity to feel guilt or shame in the way humans do. Instead, they suggest that what we interpret as guilt is actually a learned response to avoid punishment. However, many experts believe that dogs exhibit behaviors indicative of remorse, even if they don't experience it in the same way humans do. These experts argue that dogs have evolved alongside humans for thousands of years, developing a unique bond that allows them to understand and respond to our emotions. Dogs are highly social animals, relying on pack hierarchy and social cues for survival. In the wild, maintaining harmony within the pack is crucial for their well-being. This social structure has carried over to domesticated dogs who view their human families as their pack. They are finely tuned to their humans' emotions and often mirror our moods. When we are happy, they are happy. When we are sad, they offer comfort. This deep emotional connection suggests that dogs are capable of understanding complex social dynamics. This sensitivity to social dynamics suggests that dogs possess the capacity for understanding and responding to concepts like wrongdoing and forgiveness. When a dog is scolded for bad behavior, it often shows signs of submission, such as lowering its head, tucking its tail, or avoiding eye contact. These behaviors are similar to those seen in wild canines when they are trying to appease a more dominant pack member. While we may never know for sure if dogs experience guilt in the same way humans do, their actions speak volumes. The way they react to our disapproval suggests that they understand when they have done something wrong and are seeking to make amends. The behaviors they exhibit when scolded or after engaging in undesirable behavior strongly suggest an attempt to appease their humans and restore harmony. This is not just about avoiding punishment, it is about maintaining the bond and trust that is so important in the human-dog relationship. Whether it's a simple misunderstanding or a deliberate act of mischief, dogs have an uncanny ability to make us melt with their apologetic gestures. Their wagging tails, soulful eyes, and gentle nudges are all ways they communicate their desire to be forgiven and to reconnect with us. This ability to seek forgiveness and show remorse is a testament to the deep emotional bond that exists between humans and dogs. It is a bond that has been forged over millennia, making dogs not just our pets but our loyal companions and friends. We've all seen it, the guilty look our dogs give us after chewing on a shoe or sneaking a treat. It's a look that seems to say, "I know I did something wrong and I'm sorry." This expression is so universally recognized that it has become a staple in countless internet memes and videos, often evoking a mix of amusement and sympathy from viewers. But what is really going on in our dogs' minds when they give us that look? The head hung low, ears back, eyes avoiding contact. It's hard not to interpret this as a sign of guilt. These behaviors are often accompanied by other submissive gestures, such as a tucked tail or a lowered body posture. To us, it seems like a clear admission of wrongdoing. We might even project our own feelings of guilt and remorse onto our pets, assuming they feel the same way we do when we've done something wrong. However, studies suggest that what we perceive as guilt might be a learned response to our own anger or disappointment. Researchers have conducted experiments to understand this behavior better. In one study, dogs were observed in situations where they had or had not committed a transgression, such as eating a forbidden treat. Interestingly, the so-called guilty look was more strongly correlated with the owner's scolding than with the dog's actual behavior. This suggests that dogs may be reacting to our emotional cues rather than feeling genuine guilt. Dogs are masters at reading human emotions and quickly associate our negative reactions with their actions, even if they don't understand the reason for our displeasure. They have evolved alongside humans for thousands of years, developing an acute sensitivity to our facial expressions, tone of voice, and body language. This ability to read and respond to human emotions has likely been advantageous for their survival and integration into human society. When a dog sees that we are upset, it may display submissive behaviors as a way to appease us and avoid further conflict. This doesn't mean dogs aren't capable of feeling remorse. While the scientific community is still exploring the depths of canine emotions, many dog owners would argue that their pets do show signs of regret. For instance, a dog that has been house-trained might appear genuinely distressed after having an accident indoors. These behaviors could be interpreted as a form of remorse, though it's difficult to say for certain without more definitive research. It simply means that the guilty look might be more about appeasement and an attempt to diffuse tension rather than an admission of guilt. Dogs use a variety of calming signals to communicate with both humans and other dogs. These signals can include licking their lips, yawning, or turning their head away. When a dog displays these behaviors in response to our anger or disappointment, it may be trying to calm us down and restore harmony in the household. Regardless of the underlying emotion, the guilty look is a powerful tool for reconciliation. It often triggers a compassionate response in humans, leading to forgiveness and a restoration of the bond. This dynamic can strengthen the relationship between dog and owner, as both parties work to understand and respond to each other's emotional cues. In many ways, this interaction mirrors the way humans resolve conflicts with one another, using empathy and communication to rebuild trust. It often triggers a compassionate response in humans, leading to forgiveness and a restoration of the bond. This mutual understanding and emotional exchange highlight the deep connection we share with our canine companions. Whether or not dogs truly feel guilt in the way we do, their ability to communicate and connect with us on an emotional level is undeniable. So the next time your dog gives you that guilty look, remember that it might be their way of saying, "I'm sorry," even if they don't fully understand why you're upset. And in that moment of reconciliation, the bond between you and your furry friend grows even stronger. A dog's tail is a powerful communication tool, conveying a range of emotions from excitement to fear. It's fascinating how this simple appendage can tell us so much about what our furry friends are feeling. From the high, fast wags of joy to the low, slow wags of anxiety, a dog's tail is a window into their emotional world. When it comes to apologies, a tucked tail, often accompanied by a slight wag, can be a clear signal of remorse. This behavior is not just a random act. It is deeply rooted in canine communication. Dogs have evolved to use their tails to express a wide range of emotions, and understanding these signals can help us better connect with them. Unlike the joyful, full-body wags associated with greetings or playtime, an apologetic wag is often slow and hesitant, with the tail held low between the legs. This type of wag is a sign that the dog is feeling unsure or guilty about something. It's their way of saying, "I'm sorry," or "I didn't mean to do that." This submissive posture indicates that the dog acknowledges a misstep and seeks to appease their human. It's a humble gesture, showing that the dog recognizes their mistake and wants to make amends. This behavior is often accompanied by other submissive signals, such as avoiding eye contact or lowering their head. The speed and amplitude of the wag can also provide insights into the dog's emotional state. A fast, high wag usually indicates excitement and happiness, while a slow, low wag can suggest anxiety or uncertainty. By paying attention to these subtle differences, we can better understand what our dogs are trying to tell us. A slow, low wag suggests anxiety and a desire to avoid conflict. This type of wag is often seen in dogs that are feeling nervous or unsure about a situation. It's their way of saying, "I'm not a threat," or "I don't want any trouble." Understanding this can help us provide the reassurance and support our dogs need in these moments. A slightly faster wag, while still subdued, might indicate a desire for reconciliation and forgiveness. This type of wag is often seen in dogs that are trying to make up for a mistake or seeking to mend a relationship. It's a hopeful gesture, showing that the dog wants to move past the issue and restore harmony. Paying attention to your dog's tail language can provide valuable insights into their emotional state and help you respond appropriately to their attempts at communication. By understanding the nuances of tail wags, we can build a stronger bond with our dogs and ensure they feel understood and supported. So next time you see your dog's tail wagging, take a moment to consider what they might be trying to tell you. It's a small gesture that can make a big difference in your relationship with your furry friend.